I want to take a brief stint over and talk about Rust frameworks, and then we'll basically at the end of what I had planned. Um, nope, this is different. Did I get the right one? Oh, that's unfortunate. I think I grabbed the wrong thing that I was trying to find. Oh, it's over here because I'm smart. Okay, so I wanted to point out that the Are We Web Yet has a WebAssembly section. Um, and it has a pretty decent thing. It's kind of out of date sometimes. Like it's missing some sort of popular stuff, but most of the really popular stuff is here. And there is a console log error panic hook that I didn't even know about again until I was preparing for this. And I might actually try and reach this or use this more often, because quite often you'll get something like this unreachable, right? And like not helpful. And instead it tries to make it something a little bit easier to see, like index out of bounds at blah. Yeah, so that might be helpful for some users who might struggle with the errors that come up when you just I remember when I was developing that my MCS project, I would just see a page is full of panic stuff, and I'd like, I had no idea where this happened. And so I got in the habit of, instead of using things like unwrap or anything else like that, I would just use, expect and put a message, because that message would come through, right? Or if I did an unimplemented, I would put a message. Or if I did a to-do, I'd put a message, just so that I would know where it was when that error happened. So this could potentially save you a lot of headache that I have. Looks like it's been around for a while. I just didn't know about it. So the other thing I wanted to say, it doesn't have WebSys and others. One of the most popular frameworks that I've seen out there for WebAssembly stuff is U. And it still, as of right now, has the ability to use standard web or BindGen. Its documentation was kind of mad last time I looked at it. Yeah, it doesn't have a fancy website. It's gotten a lot better. It tends to be try and behave more akin to like React would. And like organizing things to components, as well as having systems and stuff, or sorry, services, excuse me, that will do the JavaScripty things for you, like a local storage service or session storage or whatever, to try and do that things. But this also has the Elm framework style of thing, where one-way data flow of creating a module and then passing it through an update, and then that thing deriving the view type of thing. And that's kind of what I like. So I'm sorry, most of these are that way. I was going to show, I didn't get this open in time. This one here. Yeah, so I think this is the Rust WASM team that's doing this, but there's some low-level crates that are intended to be used by like framework designers or whatever, and they call them glue, and they have a whole bunch of things in this. Well, okay, I was using the timers and stuff, and I know there were other ones, but the intent is to have these like lower level primitives and stuff that you can then use inside of your frameworks and other things. And I've started to see more and more frameworks pull them in and start using this glue stuff. It's pretty cool. The timer and stuff, the duration and things like that has a lot of features on it. One that I chose to use, I think, has the best documentation overall, and I think it's the one I personally just prefer due to their architecture design choices, and like his nice little website. So, and they try and keep it up to date, showing you like, okay, this is React, this is what you would do here, and it's just based off of functions and like a data type. So like you just add the data and these two update functions, and then you pass those in, and boom, you go. Just like how Elm does it. That's kind of just why I like it, because I like Elm. And then it also has docs that you can look at as well to get more information about like how it does things. I like the macros that it uses more. That seem to be more friendly if I want to do some Rust stuff in the middle of the macro. It works a lot better than in like other places like you that I had problems with. Um, yeah. And this other one, which requires nightly currently, is that one that I kept my eye on, but I haven't done much with as well. But it also seemed to have a pretty cool uh, interaction. Right now, it shows it doing modules and stuff, but it started out just doing functions, which is what Helm does. And so that's kind of why I was curious. And I haven't seen that get much love from other things, but it's still a pretty cool framework if you can handle the nightly requirement. So yeah, that's kind of as much as I had prepared. I apologize, it's not as good as I was hoping. Oh yeah, yes. Thank you. Let me open this. The AJ just posted the WASM book. I apologize. I should have in the WASM Gen book. These are very good resources as well. Yes, sorry. Um, for how to do things. Yeah, I'll admit that I haven't read them in depth, but I have browsed them when I'm looking at particular topics, and they've been very helpful. So thank you for that, AJ.